Did you hear the one about how Usha Vance is a sociopathic Clinton supporter who's gonna be deported next week? Okay, so that's obviously nonsense, but it's exactly the kind of stuff the rumor mill has been churning up. To many people, Usha Vance is something of an enigma. Of course, a little mystery isn't always a bad thing, but it can leave you open to rumor and hearsay. And some of the stuff that's been said about Usha is downright scandalous. Take, for example, the claim made by one former friend that the second lady is a sociopath.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Speaking to The Cut, this unnamed source complained that Usha had never been particularly open around them. They said, "It didn't seem like things got to her that much, and she was never very vulnerable. I kind of wonder if she's a sociopath." For the record, nobody else has repeated this suggestion since, probably because it's untrue, but also likely because it's not totally cool to make assumptions about people's mental health. Another especially scandalous rumor about Usha Vance is the idea that if her husband's immigration policies come to fruition, she might find herself in trouble with the law. Because Usha's parents were born in India, some have claimed she might not actually qualify for U.S. citizenship under the new rules. As one online meme claimed, J.D. Vance's wife Usha Vance will have her citizenship revoked if Trump signs his executive order banning birthright citizenship. Her parents were not U.S. citizens at the time of her birth. Awkward. Reuters quickly debunked this theory in no uncertain terms, pointing out that it's irrelevant whether Usha's parents were American citizens before she was born, as the intended legislation will only target children born after it comes into effect. Snopes backed that up, noting that as long as the bill remained unchanged, Usha wouldn't be affected by it in any way. That said, you do have to wonder what Usha thinks of the Trump administration's immigration policies. Prior to jumping on the Trump train, JD himself had been critical of MAGA on the matter. Some may remember that back in 2016, JD took to social media to declare, "Trump makes people I care about afraid, immigrants, Muslims, etc. Because of this, I find him reprehensible." The post has since been deleted, of course. Another rumor swirling around the second lady is one that might not necessarily be so far-fetched. This is the claim that Usha was once a Hillary Clinton supporter, a tidbit of information that reportedly came from JD himself. Back in 2024, an insider told the Daily Beast that JD had told them, back in 2016, that Usha was considering voting for Clinton over Trump. Naturally, this rumor prompted people to wonder about Usha's political views. One person who claimed to have known her during her time at Cambridge University spoke to The Telegraph. They doubled down on the claims that she had previously been a liberal. The source said, "I certainly don't remember any indication whatsoever that she harbored any far-right political views or would tolerate somebody who did." Interestingly, whenever Usha speaks about her husband's role as Donald Trump's VP, she often gushes about how much she believes in JD, rather than waxing lyrical about the grand old party itself. Then again, another insider once told the Daily Mail that neither Usha nor her parents had ever been particularly forthcoming when it came to their political beliefs. So maybe she just likes to keep her cards close to the chest. If Usha is a closeted liberal, it might go some way to explaining our final rumor, that the second lady wasn't too keen on her husband becoming vice president in the first place. Who can forget that blip of tension in the Vance's Fox and Friends pre-election interview?
I'm not raring to change anything about our lives right now.
So maybe it's no surprise that rumors soon began to suggest that Usha felt as though she was being forced into her new role. This one was played down from some quarters too, however. Speaking to the Daily Beast, a friend of Usha said, "She's close with her family. If she didn't want to be doing this, her out is very easy. It's hard for me to imagine her being trapped."